A very warm good afternoon to all of you. Dear students, as you all know that we are dealing with the unit genetics and already started with its first chapter, that is principle of inheritance and variation. Till now I have told you about the contribution of Gregor Johann Mendel, okay, and about important terminologies which is related to the chapter genetics. I hope so that you have gone through all those terms, because those terms will help you now. Okay, today I would like to tell you about important laws of inheritance. You know what is inheritance, okay, because this term also we have studied in your terminologies. Okay, if you don't know, just go for those terminologies again. Laws of inheritance was given by Mendel, that's also known as Mendel's law. He has given 3 laws. The name of first law is law of dominance. This dominance is also not new term to you, because about this also I have told you about in your terminologies. Okay, so what this law states? Student, this law states that when 2 alternative forms of an allele are present in an organism, only one is able to express itself in a one generation, and the one which is able to express itself is known as dominant. Okay, this example I will take capital T and small t. Okay, so what is this, how this will produce? When I will take pure tall parent and pure dwarf parent. Okay, we can use the word pure also or homozygous also. Okay, homozygous tall and homozygous dwarf. Okay, when they will form a first generation. Okay, this is first generation. Okay, so this example only I have taken. Okay, so what happened in this, student? Out of 2 alleles, one which is able to express itself, that is known as dominant. The phenotype of this organism would be tall. Clear? Getting or not? Okay, here why I am not taking the example of capital T and capital T, because here both are expressing themselves. Okay, so it would be difficult for you to understand. And why I am not taking the example of small t here also. Okay, though they are recessive, but they are able to express themselves. Okay, recessive character can be able to express itself only in the homozygous condition and not in your heterozygous condition. In heterozygous condition, this small t would be suppressed with your dominant character. Understood? I hope so that you are getting. Next law given by Mendel was law of segregation. What is this segregation, student? Segregation means separation. What does this law state? Student, this law states that during gamete formation, allele of a pair segregate from each other such that a gamete receive only one of the 2 alleles. What does it mean? Okay, here also I will take the same example. Capital T, homozygous tall. Okay, then homozygous dwarf. Okay, so what I have told? I have told you that during gamete formation. Okay, now these parents will form gamete. These are gametes. Okay, these are gametes. These are gametes. Okay, now what I am saying? I am saying that during gamete formation, allele of a pair. This is a pair of a allele. Okay, it will get separate. Segregate means what? Separate from each other. Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay, in such a way that each gamete will receive only one of the 2 alleles. Clear? I hope so that you have got. Okay, this law of segregation is also known as law of purity. Why known as law of purity? Because, student, each gamete is receiving pure allele. Okay, here also single t is here also single t is here also single t, and here also single t. By chance, if in spite of small t, I have taken here capital T and small t. Okay, so here in your parent there is no purity of alleles, yes or no? But here, okay, when I have separated these allele, they are pure. Every gamete have pure allele. Okay, so here it is just simple that when gamete will form, allele of a pair will segregate from each other. Got? Okay, in case of your law of dominance, I have just told you that out of two alleles, only one will able to express itself, and that is known as dominance. And in case of your law of segregation, I am telling you that when gamete will form, okay, allele of a pair will segregate from each other during gamete formation. I hope so that you are getting. Don't get confused, okay? Last law given by Mendel was law of independent assortment. What is this, student? Student, this law states that two allele of each character separate out independent of the factor of other character at the time of gamete formation and get randomly rearranged in the offspring, producing both parental and new combination of character. Clear? What does it mean? It means, students, see here. Here I am taking the example of round shape seed and yellow color seed. Round have which recessive? Wrinkled and green color seed. Here you need to take two characters. Okay. Law of independent assortment will deal with your dihybrid cross. Dihybrid cross means what? I have told you in your terminology that two characters are involved in this. Getting? Two allele of each character. This is two allele of one character, and these are two allele of other character. Yes or no? Other character means what? It is representing the shape of the seed. And which shape? Round. It is representing the color of the seed. Which color? Yellow. Okay. It is also representing the shape of the seed, but which shape? Wrinkled. And it is representing the color of the seed, but which color? Green. Okay. So it is your dominant. That is why I have written in capital, and these are your recessive. That is why I have written in small letters. Getting? So what they are saying now, students? I have told you that these are parents. These parents will give gametes. Okay. So what type of gametes they will give? Student, they will give 4 type of gametes. Okay. How? Because this have the equal capability to fuse with this and equal capability to fuse with this. Okay. So which 4 gametes? R, Y, RY and RY. In order to prevent confusion, round it. Okay. And second, RY and RY. Similarly, here also they have equal capability to fuse with this and equal capability to fuse with this. This also have equal capability to fuse with this and equal capability to fuse with this. Got? Yes or no? Okay. See here what I have told you, that 2 alleles of each character. 2 alleles of each character separate independently. Okay. This have equal capability to fuse with this and with this also. It is not that it will fuse with this only or it will fuse with this only. Okay. They are independent, are rearranging themselves. Okay. These are the gamete of your parents. Now what will be the phenotype of your F1 generation? Student, it would be your this. Okay, it would be your round and yellow color seed. Okay, but it would be your heterozygous and not homozygous, as we have seen in this. Okay, it will resemble one of the parent in phenotype. Clear? Understood up to here? Okay, so after this what will happen? After this I will tell you in your dihybrid cross, but till now you need to know about these things. I don't want to create confusion in your mind. Okay, what does it mean law of independent assortment? कि ये जो अलील है एक कैरेक्टर के, ठीक है, वो इंडिपेंडेंटली रीअरेंज होते हैं दूसरे कैरेक्टर के अलील के साथ. ठीक है, ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि ये कैपिटल आर इसी के साथ रीअरेंज होगा, ये इसके साथ भी हो रहा है तभी तो ये हुआ. ठीक है, इक्वल प्रोबेबिलिटी है कि ये इसके साथ भी हो सकता है रीअरेंज और इसके साथ भी हो सकता है रीअरेंज. आई होप सो दैट यू हैव गॉट. ओके, इफ यू हैव अंडरस्टूड दिस, okay, please send thumbs up in my personal WhatsApp, then only I will send you next video, okay, about monohybrid and dihybrid cross, because you will understand that only if you know these things. Understood? Please, and for any query, please to call me. Thank you and have a great day ahead. Thank you so much, students.